Good morning, everybody. Good morning, afternoon. How are you? I got my CERCA TROVA shoes on today. Thank you, Miss Rhodes. Y'all know we got somebody to make custom Crocs, right? Did y'all know? Y'all might not know, but baby, they glow in the dark too. Quit playing. She is cold with it. And two, I took my chains off. Don't be mad because they used to hurt the top of my feet. That part only because my feet are very sensitive, but they have a chain that goes to them too. I just took it off. So yeah, you see it. Thank you. Hey Queen. Good morning. Yeah. So if you ever want to get like some custom Crocs made, or like she make house shoes for husbands and teachers and everybody, don't forget your stuff. Yeah. She made me some other ones too. These are just the ones I'm always wearing right now. And they sparkle so good outside. Yes. She makes and they glow in the dark. I just don't have my light charged, but when I go out in the sun and then I come back in my house, they be all green and like glowy and stuff. So it's pretty cool. They say CERCA TROVA Thundercat on Thundercats ho. You hear me? Listen. They be so pretty outside. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Good morning. How y'all doing? Girl, she'll put your photo on them too. She cold with it. I'm telling you, she do junk socks and all that stuff. So if you got a loved one like your kids or daughter or somebody getting ready to have a special day, she do graduation, birthdays, every wedding ones, everything. Hey, hey, yeah, girl. And every time I go out, people be looking at them too. They be trying to sneak, but I see it. When I wear them out, folks always, especially if it's a sunny day, I normally wear them on sunny days. Because I like sparkle shoes. You hear me? She did a number of shoes for my family. Queen said she did a number of shoes for her family. Girl, and I know she did some for the baby's teacher, nephew, Isabel, son, his teachers and stuff. She cold with it. Like, she did autism ones and everything. If you a nurse, she be doing them. She do her thing, man. So if you're in a specific hey, I typed 4 times my location and you guys didn't see it. Interesting. Well, listen, y'all know they messing with our stuff. Like, we about to go probably anyway. I really need to figure out where we moving to. I still be like, I got time, but I don't. We got like 3 weeks, and then we're gonna have a new home, and I still haven't figured out exactly where that's gonna be just yet. For all y'all sports here, she does them too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody. I just did some baking for elderly. That's what I've been up to. Good job. Definitely will keep you in prayer. Yep. Get you some I'm Alexia. We will. Y'all said Alexia has COVID. Get you some I always call it Under Armour, body armor. That was one of the things that helped me, and I soaked in Epsom salt. If you can stand to get in some warm water with some Epsom salt and body armor, both of them, they did me good. You hear me? For real. I don't know what it is, but that body armor and some Epsom salt, when you got the vid, it be working. Yeah, it be working. Yeah. You said elderberry juice. Okay. I'm just telling you what worked for me. Yeah. So, what was I getting ready to say? Let me remember. A member. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My mind, I be thinking about 1,000 different things at one time. Okay. So y'all seeing that a lot of the drones that are flying around Chinese owned farmland. Did we talk about them about a year or so ago? The Chinese owned farmland, and where it's strategically placed is close to military bases and stuff. Do you guys watch Law and Order? Anybody watch Law and Order SVU? Anybody? Okay. There was an episode, I don't know what season, but there were some radicals, right? There were some radical people, and they were working in farmland, right? They were working in farmland, these radicals. But in reality, what they were doing in those same kind of tent looking barn things that they got on this property here was making other things like fireworks. But you know, fertilizer and things like that, and the chemicals that you use on a farm can be used for fireworks. Y'all know that? Y'all know that, right? So let's just say that they were using farm tools to make certain things. These things are strategically placed close to the places that will protect us. Y'all don't think that's crazy? Huh? I thought about that. I was like, wait a minute. They use farm stuff all the time. I thought it was interesting. I thought y'all might think it's interesting too. Okay, there's that. And then, this is the other thing I wanted y'all to hear. I know some of y'all already be hearing some of this stuff. Wait a minute, that's why I don't do that. Have this up this loud.
They are preparing to attack the United States from American soil. We are going to get hit. They are preparing to attack the United States from American soil. They are preparing to attack the United States from American soil.
Can I ask a question? Did we talk about that? Hey, did we talk about it almost 3 years ago? Did we? We did, Trina. We absolutely did talk about that. That part, Queen. All right, so y'all listening ears is on. Okay.
We are going to get hit, and we're not taking the necessary precautions to protect these bases and to protect the American.
What? Did we talk about that? Did we talk about that? Did we talk about getting to know your neighbors and putting a plan in place to be able to protect your street? Did we talk about the American people? How many times y'all remember me telling y'all in 2022 that our kids, they'll be messed up? Because if they see something in the sky they don't know to run, they pull out their cameras. But other kids in other countries know if they hear a sound like an airplane, to run and go and hide. How many times have we talked about that? Have we? We talked about that. We talked about Americans, when they see stuff in the sky, they don't have sense enough to take their butt in the house and try to do nothing. They outside trying to see. We talked about that in 22. Can you tell me what's going on every social media site right now? Please. On every social media site, on the news, and every single thing else, you see people outside recording things being sprayed in the air. Did we talk about that in 2022? People seeing stuff in the sky and recording it. Okay, nephew, we did. Okay. Is it happening right now, family? Tia, my hubby worker, saw planes throwing things in the sky in the hood. And a lot of the black folks I know is sick as dogs right now. Places where there's a high concentration of colored folks. Did we talk about it? Who remembers us talking about the water sources and doing a study on what's in your water in your neighborhood? And if you want to know why certain things plague certain areas, we talked about them putting it in the water. Did we not? Like, you can go and see how many prescription, like the percentage of dirt, whatever, all sediment, everything in your local area. I told y'all to check y'all water and see. You can see all the chemicals that are in that water in your area. We talked about that. You said go to the city website. Our water is horrible. Oh, I know. That's why we talked about it. My mother and sister-in-law is in urgent care as we speak. They trying to figure out what's wrong. Just got off the phone with both of them. Excuse me one moment. 200 cases of BF here in... What's BF? What's BF? That's why I have zero water container and use water for everything. I don't know what BF is. Bird flu. Got it. Ooh, I hear shutdown coming on. I hear shutdown coming on. I hear shutdown coming on. Dee 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 dee. A boo boo doo boo. Hey, Dad. Nope. Don't want to bother you. Just want to tell you thank you. You told us that sickness was coming. You told us 2 months ago from our sister in the islands that there was a mysterious illness. You told us 2.5 years ago to get our medicine because it was going to be a shortage or we wasn't going to be able to get it. You told us that folks was going to be looking up in the sky, not paying attention. You told us they was going to be spraying stuff in the air. You even told us that they was going to try to tell us that aliens was coming, but we knew they was angels. We just want to tell you thank you. You told us to be watching because something was going to happen on soil here. And now, that's what they talking about in the news. Thank you. Have a good eternity. Y'all. Hey. A mysterious illness. Wasn't we hearing? I think Lauren is the one that told us about the mysterious illness, ain't she? And she kept saying they don't know what's wrong with everybody. Didn't she? She in Trinidad, I think. Y'all remember? And I said, well, that'll be convenient because a lot of people are spreading. I mean, a lot of people are traveling to the islands right now. You said, Circa, you inspired me to get the bling purse phone. Thank you. That's pretty cool. It's the 80s nostalgia for me. That's what it is. That's why I like it. And I don't even really get to carry it that often because I don't get to go outside.
People. Pretty alarming news coming out today, December the 19th, 2024, as we're hearing the warnings of potential attack coming here on U.S. soil. Now, I'm going to share with you the video footage that has come out on this and also the latest articles, but take a look at this one with me first here. Now, this came out back in June, and this was a warning that there was a risk of terror attacks on U.S. soil rising to an alarming level, experts had warned. Now, we had been hearing this for over a year now from the FBI, but take a look at this one coming back out in June.
Getting chased by bombers. Or what they call the stealth machines. What do you think the orbs are? This is on TikTok. Yep, it's Steve Ram. This is from yesterday. The orbs, not the drones. The orbs are not from
Our
here.
southern border has allowed millions of unvetted people to enter the United States, raising the chances of a terror event, experts have said. And it says the threat of a major event taking place on U.S. soil is at dangerously high levels, with big cities like New York City and Washington, D.C. the most vulnerable to an attack, experts are warning. And like I said, I'm going to share with you video footage coming out today of a new warning that is associated directly with the drones and what is taking place right now. Now, in addition to that, take a look at the latest headlines coming out in just the last 24 hours. The FAA bans drones over parts of New Jersey, threatens deadly force for imminent security threat that is taking place right now. Now, Biden insists the drones pose no sense of danger. In the first comments on the mysterious sightings, I'm going to be playing for you the video footage. They are
Ram. Like the truck. Interesting to y'all. Huh? Remember I said that the devil likes to catch you off guard, but God wants you to be aware and prepared. I'm gonna ask y'all again. How many Americans do you think are prepared for something that is happening like in Syria and in Israel and in the Ukraine? I've been asking y'all this question for almost 3 years now. How many people when I posted that video about the African dude in 23 telling people that they needed to get ready and they needed to have batteries and stuff, I used to have a lot of orbs in front of my eyes at night. It's interesting. They don't believe it can happen to them. Come on. They don't think it can happen on U.S. soil. They do not. They don't. And they're too worried about fighting against each other to be able to get together against the real enemy. Because no matter what your race, color, creed, financial status is, this is our home. Black, white, red, yellow, green, pink, chunky, skinny, short, fat, tall. This our house. It don't matter. And we're so busy fighting against each other that if it was another country that wanted to come over here and bang our heads to the wall, guess what? They gonna damn near be able to do it, because we cannot even get along with each other to get an emergency plan together just in case somebody want to come in here and tap dance on our head. We're not aware enough to know that we should be alarmed when things that are never happening. I'm 44 years old, baby, and I done always looked up at the sky. I have not ever had a time or remembered a time when there was so much stuff that we didn't know what it was flying around in our skies. Not ever. Not ever. I'm 44 years old. We used to go camping when I was little, fishing. We was always out under the heavens, baby. And I'm going to tell you, not ever. Homestead is an eye-opener movie, yeah? Not ever. You hear me? I am grateful to God that he loved us enough. And I'm going to keep saying that. I had started putting my lashes on, baby. Tears started flowing from my eyes. I said, God, you did, thank you. Thank you for every day that I didn't deserve. Thank you for all of the information. I'm 54, neither have I. I love camping. Come on. He did not have to tell us, y'all. And every single time I open my phone, I'm seeing why I'm even more grateful that he fixed our minds. It's scary to know that people are so distracted and so worried about being the first one to lay some information down or post the video, baby. You didn't think you needed to be running and trying to figure out. We worried about fighting each other, baby, and it's the folks over here that don't like none of us. They don't care if you a hit from the south, baby, or a smoothie person from the north, baby. They want you unalived. And it's sad. It is sad that we are so confused about what is really happening, or people feel like if I don't think about it, it's not going to happen. That's a scary thought. And this is why people, I told y'all, is about to be running around like chicken with their head cut off. And I've been telling y'all that for 3 years. I said, baby, they don't want to, if it don't float they boat, they not thinking about it. Now y'all see why I said it was going to be a lot of tears. It was going to be a lot of people trying to guilt y'all into making y'all feel guilty about a whole bunch of stuff. I said, and they had the same opportunities that you did. People thought I was being mean when I said that 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever, baby. No, you are literally seeing it play out, pop up off the page right now. Everything from the sickness to the medicine running out to everything. For Isabel to come in here the other day, and then the other young lady, I believe it's Miss Michelle, to tell us that the ports is slowing down. We got port folks here. Then, restaurant owner is about to get bad for me in 6 weeks. Truckers, yep, we ain't moving that much or nothing. Everything we taking back is recalls, which means ain't nothing coming out. Thank you, sis. I don't get it. I don't understand. Businesses are closing. Yeah. You said dizzy spells and all. Listen, this is the thing. I'm glad they stopped talking to me. Isolation is key now. Listen. I told you. Let people think you fell off and get right on. And what they think getting on is ain't getting on. For mamas that got babies, if you pregnant, whatever, Amazon, especially if you get food stamps, Amazon got a bag of powdered milk. It's like $50, but it makes 10 gallons of milk. I don't know how much milk is right now. Because I only buy a little bit, and I hate to say it end up going bad, but I'm about to start dehydrating it. Because I drink 2 cups out of it for what I need for my cookies, and then it's going to sit in there. But I'm looking up other ways to reuse my milk. Like, I just found out how to make heavy cream out of milk when it ain't none. I said, no, they didn't. All this milk I done let go to waste, and all I had to do was put a half a stick of butter in there, and I could have made me some heavy whipping cream, and it turns into whipped cream too. Y'all playing. Baby, I won't be wasting no more milk. It's either going to be that or some mozzarella cheese. One of the two. Yes. You let the milk, what's the name? And then you put you some butter in there, baby, and before you know it, it's heavy whipping cream. You sift that stuff out the top, and you got your weight. Girl, please. That's all you have to say. Is. And I know because y'all know I make butter. So when it starts to, y'all make butter too now. So you know when it starts to separate, you have your buttermilk or your whey, whatever they want to call it, on the side. Baby, listen. That's all you had to say. Yes. I got a couple of loaves of bread that ain't went bad, which is crazy to me, but I know they putting some in our bread to make it not go bad. Whatever, good. I'm gonna need that. Because, baby, I'm about to take all them loaves and make me some more croutons and put them up where they need to go. Because if nothing else, that's Amazon worker said nobody's getting their packages come Christmas. And this is why I told y'all don't wait for the holiday. Remember, I specifically said if you're going to buy some stuff, like if you do holiday shopping, you need to start shopping in the summer. Remember we talked about it? I told y'all that. I said, you can't wait. Because, see, now people is also freaking out about they might not be able to get the stuff that they was going to order, or it might go up, so they're trying to buy everything. This is why we've been buying all year, honey. This is why we buy when ain't nobody paying attention. This is why I told y'all to hurry up and go get them babies' clothes 2, 3, 4 sizes up and put them in them things, because folks is about to start panic buying here in a minute. I guarantee you, y'all not going to have to do none of that. Y'all not going to have to do any of that, and you should be happy. You said you kept screaming, don't wait, get your stuff now. I kept trying to tell you. It shall not dehydrate the rest of the cranberries to make cranberry powder. Come on. I've been isolating myself, but I got a text yesterday talking about where to get free food and supplies. Keish. Somebody asked you or they was telling you? Somebody asked you where to get free food and supplies, or they was telling you where to get? Tell me. They ask. Is this one of the people you have been telling to go to the food bank and they was too good to go? Oh! Oh! She said, yep. They procrastinated. Did we talk about it? $6 for 18 store brand eggs. Interesting. We got powdered egg. My cousin works at Amazon, and they've been telling me this was going to happen because of the union employees, but we already know, Diana. What is Amazon packages considered to be? Is that parcel? Right? Amazon packages are considered parcel, are they not? Parcel and cargo. Did God tell us that parcel and cargo, or cargo, anything, was not going to be moving? Did he tell us that cargo and parcels wasn't gonna be moving? He said, get it before you can't get it because it ain't gonna be nothing to move. Or it just, the trucks wasn't gonna be moving either. He did. Interesting. He told us to buy books before they started throwing books away and saying what books wasn't gonna be available. I just be running over. Y'all see what I see? Do you see what I see? And you wonder why I won't go back to that other life. Yep. You said, in a minute. Give me a second. Yeah. If you don't feel honored that God thought enough of you, baby, I don't know, because I be skipping around. Every time I see something on the news, I be skipping. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Because they spraying stuff in the air. How many Americans you think got real gas masks? How many people in America? How many people live in America today, right now? Trump just finished a live on YouTube and he mentioned Amazon collaborating with the future UPS as a private business. Did we? So you're going to own all the grocery stores. Because he's going to own all the grocery stores here in a minute. He's already bought, like, the mother companies of most of them. They just don't tell you. So he's already bought the grocery stores. And now he about to take over the packages. Who remembers me telling you in 2022, while you got cash, buy what you can that is not traceable as far as food and stuff? Y'all remember that? I said, because in a minute, they don't know exactly how much food you have, whether it be from the grocery store. Y'all remember us talking about that? I said, order your stuff now where you can buy cash, or they not really tracking certain things. And remember I told you, I said, they tracking our packages over here. They looking at the buying trends. They know exactly what we buying. Y'all remember us talking about that? Look, the United States Postal Service is a government organization or part of the government, is it not? It's a federal crime to threaten a post office person, do anything to them. You can serve a lot of time in jail for that because they're a federal or federal employee. Mm-hmm. So now Amazon is going to be sharing what you're buying and how much with the United States Postal Service, which is a federal organization. Interesting. We did take them out of here. Oh, there's one. Ooh. Oh, this was a good class. Y'all remember this? 2.2 billion kids under 14. We was doing the numbers, honey. How many Christians and kids? Y'all know we done had a lot of good classes and studied all sorts of things here. It's gonna work. Nope. I need to go through these and see which ones I done used up. What is this? This is not dry erase. Maybe this one will work. Let's see. Oh, yep. Really? You could space that out a little more. Y'all know I got chicken scratch here and writing. Don't worry about it. Y'all see that? You see this? Can you see it? I know it's blurry a little bit for y'all. You won't be able to buy or sell. So let's go through some things that you won't be able to buy. If you got a business or if you got a business or if you just are a patron, which we all are, what won't you be able to buy? No. Bread. Toilet paper. TP. Office supplies. Because that could be so many things. So we just gonna say office stuff. I'm gonna just say that because that could be a number of things. Okay. Medication. Meds. Meat. Fruit. Cleaning products. Gas. Sugar. And seasonings. We're going to just put pepper. Books. Hygiene products. We're just going to put soap. And yes, I'm abbreviating because clothes. Pampers. Water. Man. A home. Batteries. Right. Okay. Daycare. Right. Personal hygiene products. Okay. Gas. Milk. Did we put that on there already? tires, cars, eggs, pots and pans. You won't be able to sell any of your items that you market. Building supplies. All of it. What about phone service? You won't be able to work. Ooh. No working. Crafts and arts. Right. Glasses, which I need. Computer, cell parts, utilities, all of it. Okay. So, how do you maintain if you can't do this? If you don't already have it, when this becomes a thing, so do you think it would be better while you're able to get these things to get them? Because people think because it's always been like that, that it's always going to be like that, but it's not. So if you can't go to the store and buy ketchup, but you got cans of tomato paste or cans of diced tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, whatever, or tomato powder, can you make ketchup? If you have mustard seeds that you can grind and a little vinegar and salt and pepper, can you make mustard? If you have powdered milk, or dehydrated milk or freeze dried milk or whatever kind of milk, do you got to worry about your babies? They might not be able to drink 8 bottles a day, but maybe they could drink 4. If you have dehydrated vegetables, you can make baby food. If you have dehydrated vegetables, you can make soup and casserole. No? While there's socks and jeans to buy, instead of buying the most expensive thing for your children, just go to Goodwill or a used store or a place where they have reasonably good price things that will last. They're not just cute, like good sturdy jeans and things like that. And it will be a good, just pick up 2 sizes or 4 sizes up, couple outfits in 2 sizes up, couple sizes and 4 sizes up. Because if you won't be able to buy clothes without taking the mark, and you don't plan on taking it, how much is your kid going to grow in about 2 or 3 years? You need to be thinking about that. Because if you don't plan on taking it, you're going to have every single thing that you need to last as long as you can without taking it. Because God is not going to be worried that your kids was hungry. What if your partner takes it? Yeah. I don't know, honey. I don't have a partner. I can't answer all the questions. And at this point in time, I'm happy I don't want to have the one I had. Because, baby, I know he going to do it. Well, I can't say I know for sure. But, baby, he leaning right on in. From what I could see when we was married. I don't know. That just made all the hair on my body stand up. For real. Because that's a scary thought. And this is why you gotta be asking God to work on their mind, because the people that just say, "Oh, I can't take it anymore, I'm hungry," blah blah blah. Yeah, it's about to be a wrap. And this is why I've been just over here by myself, because folks' minds is not prepared for the stuff that's coming. Men, women, children, ain't nobody, I ain't gonna say nobody, but other things are more important right now. And that's scary with news articles coming out like what's coming out. And I mean, all this stuff is on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, it's everywhere. So they're not gonna be able to say, "Well, God, I didn't know." He said, "Well, you was on Instagram all day, you was on TikTok all day, you was on Twitch and all of that all day. How did you not see nothing about it?" Thank you. You said you can't stay here no more. Listen here. It's scary. But these are the things that are going to be happening. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Every day it's getting realer and realer. It is crazy. So also I saw today, I guess it happened yesterday or the day before, Canada is like putting more restrictions on their borders. Did y'all see that? Y'all saw that? They putting more restrictions on people just migrating and this, that, and the other, illegal immigration and all of that, but from us to them. Do y'all remember us having a conversation about us being locked in the United States? And seeing as how we done pissed off our northern partners and our southern partners on the same continent, do you see that becoming a reality sometime soon? That part, Miss Fields. I just want to see if y'all see what I'm seeing. God allowed us to know, prepare to not be bunkered down. And remember, people's like, I'm just going to leave. Okay. You think that's how they just going to be letting you walk out the country, but you won't. Hey. And now, 3 years later, Canada's saying, well, we might not let, they talking about sending all the Americans back. And now Canada is saying, we about to put some more restrictions. And it said because Trump did the tariffs, that's why they about to do it. I just be wanting to see if y'all seeing it come to pass. Mexico too, right? Do you remember me talking about them people over there? Them one people that be over there, you remember me talking about the strategy that they used? Them one people over there, you know, them. Remember I told you it was a clear everything out the way and then surround it and trap the prey in a certain area so that you could just eliminate them all at one time. Y'all remember we talked about that? Oh, yes. Interesting how things are happening right now. Oh, this one.
So I just woke up, and the first video I see on this app is that South Carolina has introduced a fucking bill that says they have the right to execute women who seek out an abortion. Not have an abortion, which is already insane, but women who seek out an abortion, they want to be able to execute them. I cannot believe that we are entering into 2025 and that this type of shit is on our timeline. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on. I don't understand how this is even being allowed to be presented as a bill. I'm not a religious person. I have never believed in organized religion of any sort, but I do consider myself spiritual. And so I'm kind of wondering, are we really at the end of times? Is this like what they say is in the book of Revelations? Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand what type of people.
Now, let's dissect what she just said. She said, I'm not even a religious person. I consider myself to be spiritual. I don't believe in no kind of religion whatsoever. But I can see that there is something wrong, and we got to be in the end of time. Right? No. Look, Rika. You know what's crazy? She don't go to church. She don't believe in the Bible. But she can see that we at the end of time. But the saints that's in church every 2 weeks can't see it. How is it that a person that don't even believe in God know we in the book of Revelations, but the Christians don't believe it? The people that's in the choir singing their heart out and preaching and spitting all over the microphones don't even believe that we in the rapture time, but the person that don't even believe in God and don't read the Bible can see that something ain't right. They need God. No, you do. Because the folks that don't even believe in God can see him coming, and the folks about to slap people with the Bible don't even know he at the door. Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. The reason God had to go to the Gentiles and all of them is because the people that claim to know him so well didn't even know he was here. Didn't believe it. I'm at the point of thinking that they choose not to because they are too afraid to face reality. Of course, God said they was gonna believe a lie. He said that they wanted to hear what tickled their ears and the sweet words that wasn't true. He said they got eyes but they don't see. How is it that a woman don't even believe in organized religion can see that we in the book of Revelations and Christians came? It's spooky to me. They keep talking about, oh, it's coming. We are in it. We're in it. With all of the stuff going on in the heavens, and they still like, oh, we're fine. And ears, but they can't hear. Because how do you not hear this? You on the same social media I'm on.
A dangerous bacteria is spreading across Australia's east coast and has now been detected in a popular holiday spot in New South Wales. Buruli ulcers are caused by a rare bacteria that belongs to the same family as tuberculosis and leprosy. What initially appears bacteria that belongs to the same family as tuberculosis and leprosy. Buruli ulcers are caused by a rare bacteria that belongs to the same family as tuberculosis and leprosy. What initially appears as an insect bite turns into a flesh-eating infection that can cause permanent skin and tissue damage. There's been a surge in recent cases in Victoria, with hundreds of infections recorded in Geelong, Melbourne and the Mornington Peninsula. At least 2 cases have now been recorded in Bateman's Bay on the New South Wales south coast, a popular holiday spot. Scientists believe this could
So monkeypox came back, and now they talking about something that basically is like leprosy is back. We have strange illnesses that people are getting sick. No. Remember we talked about the boils that's going to be on the people. And they going to be uncomfortable. We also talked about the plagues that were coming during the Egyptian times are coming back. So funny, they're finding all of these rare diseases and bird flu and this and that, all the animals. Now let me ask you a question. Before God had the angel of death come and slay all of the Egyptian sons, what happened to their animals? Around here, the schools and the hospitals are dealing with that. They're calling what they call walking pneumonia. I had walking pneumonia. I think I told y'all about that when I was 14 and I almost died. And I told y'all, they told my auntie that if I wouldn't have got in there, that I had about 24 hours to live. And she took me in under, rest her soul, she took me in under her daughter's name. I was 1994. I told you I had walking pneumonia, and death sat at my feet, and I had to get up and go to the hospital, baby. I was so scared. And listen, yeah. I know. I had it when I was 14. You remember I told y'all about that, and now it's back. Interesting. Interesting. We talked about that in the first year that I was here. Hey, and now walking pneumonia is back. They probably started taking passports. Interesting. So, that was that. Just trying to go over some of the stuff. There was another earthquake, and what's the other thing? Sorry, y'all.
Are willing to see Republicans shut down the government and not bail them out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I take my lead from my actual leader. I don't work against him, which is what Mike Johnson has to deal with all the time. The lack of cohesiveness on that side is why this has been the most unproductive Congress. People all over X and everything is like, well, they don't deserve anything. They're so unproductive. Let me tell you, the people that y'all keep putting in charge are the reason that we are unproductive, because they don't understand how to govern, and honestly, they don't even have a will to govern. And the fact that they are allowing somebody who basically is a shadow president to come out and tell them what to do, including Donald Trump, because listen, we know that Elon, after Congress, people all over X and everything is like, well, they don't deserve anything. They're so unproductive. Let me tell you, the people that y'all keep putting in charge are the reason that we are unproductive, because they don't understand how to govern, and honestly, they don't even have a will to govern. And the fact that they are allowing somebody who basically is a shadow president to come out and tell them what to do, including Donald Trump, because listen, we know that Elon, as they have touted about how they need to get rid of the immigrants, let me be clear, Elon cannot become president of the United States because he is an immigrant who has gained U.S. citizenship later on in life. So he's not qualified to be, or he's not allowed to be under our Constitution. So instead he decided that he was going to buy a president, and right now he is pulling all the strings on Trump. But I think that it's funny that they want to talk about money and talk about what we're spending it on, but I've yet to hear that him or Vivek or any of them is going to say, you know what, we know that it would be a conflict of interest if we continue to take the millions and millions of dollars from the federal government that we normally receive. So we are not going to do that while also making decisions about what to do on the budget for the federal government.
I guess the question is,
We got a shadow president. There was one other thing. I think that's the video they took down. So y'all saw what they're doing with the money that is supposed to go to the cancer patient babies. Y'all saw that? I think that's the video they took down. You saw it? It is Jasmine Crockett. So what's gonna happen to my daughter went through chemotherapy and all of that, and it was funded because her stuff was so expensive, it was ridiculous. So what's gonna happen to the numbers that I just wiped off that board is how many babies are in the world, and the medical care and all of that type stuff. Those was the numbers we was doing on that board before we just did this last little exercise. Y'all don't think that it's odd that we talked about this? Your daughter's a survivor as well. Okay, so listen. We talked about people not being able to get medical care. We talked about a lot of people that were going to be unalived because they could not get proper medical care. We talked about this in the beginning. We talked about it. And now, 3 years later, they are pulling medical money for people. That could be life-saving medicine for a little kid. What do y'all think is happening right now? I can't say. But this is not just going to be happening here, baby. It's going to be happening everywhere. Everywhere you go. What is getting ready to happen here is happening on a global scale. And that's what I keep telling people, I wouldn't be trying to go nowhere. And I say that because you know America better than any place. It's gonna be crazy with you trying to run to another country and you might not know that country if you're American, I'm saying. I think it's time out for just living without thinking. I'm trying to carefully choose my words because there's a lot I want to say, but I can't. But if you have not started to prepare your mind for living in areas like we've seen in the movies that we've seen and being a real oppressed people, you'll wanna do that. Because as much as we keep saying, oh, whatever, it's everything. And it's scary. I don't want nobody to be scared, but I'm saying we should be alarmed at what is happening right now. And the fact that Americans aren't, they're talking about it, but they're not doing anything. And what I mean by that is our stores should be selling out of things that don't need to be refrigerated. There shouldn't be hardly no canned goods on the shelves. You know what I'm saying? The lines at the food bank should be stupid long if people were listening. Do you get what I mean? We should be seeing the hustle and bustle, not for holiday stuff. We should be the same way we used to go and be. Yeah, oh, I know. Excuse me. How we run out and buy the newest J's or the PS5s. Do y'all realize that people should be at the stores like that for food? For pine salt, bleach, alcohol, peroxide, ointments, those type things. If they knew back in June, and we talked about it in June because we saw some stuff about it, but if they knew in June that there was a terror attack threat, and now 5 months later, we got drones and all these things flying, not just over the United States, they're everywhere. And they keep trying to tell us, oh, you don't got nothing to worry about, it's fine, we know what it is. And then 3 days later, it's okay, we really don't, so we about to start shooting them down. They gonna keep lying so that y'all don't be aware. I ain't telling nobody not to do no big old Christmas nothing. But I'ma say, shelf-stable food needs to be one of the main things you are spending your money on now. Because if old boy get in the office and want to do, okay, so let's just say hypothetically that the soon-to-be leader bet on the stock market crashing. But he has all the people in place to crash the stock market. He gonna get stupid dumb rich and we gonna be suffering. You hear me? Because he can still have his friend down in the South shut that port down. And they say, oh, it doesn't matter, we have another one. They say that's over half of the commerce that comes into our country if that shuts down. What was it, like $5 billion a day or $8 billion a day? It said, what, within a couple months, our economy will completely crash. If they're trying not to pay government workers or make government workers come in, or all of these different things, like, people are not seeing what all is happening right now. Our government is being dismantled. Our country is being dismantled. Do we know that Elon Musk and the dude in Russia is cool? Yes, we do. In that book, Prince of Darkness, it talks about disarming the West, does it not? They even talked about the government is almost completely broke down. So then, what do we as American people do if our own government is, I don't want to say against us, but this new one that's coming in, if it's not worried, what are we going to do? Okay, yeah. I mean, you could. The scary thing about that is, in a minute, certain people are not going to be able to carry things like that because they have devices in them that tell people where you are. So maybe for now, I don't really know, because I know that here shortly, or you know, in the very near future, certain things you're not going to be able to hold on to. Not if you don't want visitors of the unwanted kind. So I don't know. You know what I'm about to go do? Put my apple pie in this oven while I'm talking to y'all, and we can read a little bit. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 60 minutes. Let's go put my pie in the oven.
60 minutes starting now.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, man, y'all. Okay. Well, I was gonna read something, but I think I'm. What you laughing at? Me? Ooh, so I got something I want to read, but I kind of want to wait because I don't really know. So if y'all want to do some trivia or something, we can. I'm going to be honest. These last 2 days have been, I don't know, I just been super exhausted. Like tired. Is anybody else feeling like that? Like just not like bad or anything, just tired. I don't know. You would have to call your local food bank. You can get on 211 and they'll tell you. Or 311. I don't know what it's you feel heavy. Oh my God, Siri tried to start the alarm for 60 minutes on my phone. Hilarious. Yep, just tired. Okay, so I'm tripping. Okay, so I'm not. Because y'all, I've been trying to give y'all all the energy I got. I've been taking energy vitamins and I'm still exhausted. You been sleepy out of norm. Okay. Yes, I've been so tired I can't even get up in the morning. Right. So it's not just me. Good. I'm not saying I'm happy y'all tired too, but I'm happy y'all tired too because I thought something. I'm like, goodness gracious, like I've just been feeling like I don't want to get out of my bed. Not depressed or anything, just not. And I'm sleeping good though. That's the thing. It's just like not feeling like moving around. Okay, okay. I have been a little nauseous. That's so crazy because I have been nauseous and dizzy. First, I thought maybe I don't got high blood pressure that I know of. I thought it was the high blood pressure or something. I'm like, maybe I've been, whatever. So, no, I'm not tripping then. Because I definitely felt like I was going to throw up right before I got on here after I got out of the shower. I was like, I need to eat something. I've been so tired that I've been missing my morning prayer group. Been very nauseous, dizzy, and headache. Yeah. Interesting. You said I work overnight, so I thought it was that. No. Oh, I love y'all. That's why I'm so happy we can tell the truth. Everybody ain't always perfect over here because, baby, I've been like, I'm struggling right now for real. But I'm going to stay up with y'all because I plan on eating that pie for breakfast. Maybe it's what they sprayed. You know what? You know what? Who remembers when we were studying the wind patterns? Do y'all remember? I can't remember what class it was, but we were studying like how the wind, like if it rains over here, and then we were studying how like if it's a eastern wind or a northern wind. Do y'all remember we touched on that? You said I'm at Walmart buying the dehydrated foods and folks is looking at me like I'm crazy. Keep letting them look. KB. Kevin Bacon, honey. Y'all see I got my Kevin Bacon gear on today. The trade, are they called trade winds? Is that what they're called? It's real bad for you? Okay, me too. I thought it was only me. No, so it's all of us. Okay, interesting. Maybe we all need a real good nap. So, yes, how long it would take to get from the East Coast. I love y'all. I have the smartest class in the world. Y'all know that? I don't care what nobody say. I do. You guys are the smartest people I know, and I'm grateful for it. Super excited about it. I'm trying to tell you. So look at this. If we were to look up where they were spraying that stuff, and then look, is it called trade winds? If that's what it's called, I don't know if that's what it's called or not. Yeah. I know. I just said that. I don't think you be listening. Sometimes you don't be listening. I'm gonna be honest. So I think sometimes you don't be listening. Cause I just said that. That's what we talking about. We know we can find maps. We looked at them. A norovirus been going around. Also, I saw that, Sarah. So, think about this. If we go and we look at where they're spraying, because they have the maps, and then people are talking about, you can look up what city they was in when they saw them spraying the stuff. What if that's when the winds were getting ready to turn and go north or south or east or west or whatever was going on with that? And think about it. A lot of people been getting a lot of storms. The wind been blowing real hard, right? We was just talking about the wind. Remember, I kept looking out the window, like, dang, what's going? That wind is blowing hard. But if they spraying stuff and they know that this wind is about to go down to Texas and down to Louisiana and them areas, and then they taking this wind up north, and then it's gonna loop around. I believe this is why that sickness be going like that. You see what I'm saying? So if we spray something in New York, and we know that the wind is getting ready to change directions and go back west, it's going to sweep across the nation. The wind here last night and today is super heavy. Here too, I thought it was still dark outside. I'm like, what the heck? No sun, no nothing, just cloud cover. Yep, it looked real dark outside and cold. It's freezing too. The temperature dropped drastically as well. Trying to get us, y'all. They are. They're trying to get us, and it makes me real, real sad. It really do. But I'm so proud of every single person that came over here, and y'all got y'all stuff together. You said last night my wind chimes kept me up blowing hard. I'm grateful, y'all. When I say, sometimes when I get off of here, I just smile real, real big, because the fact that you all get to see God's word coming true is mind blowing to me, because I always got called, y'all got called crazy too, but I'm saying for a very long time I've been getting called crazy, no matter how many things that I would have like a conversation with people about, and then they would happen, right? Oh, that's coincidence. Do y'all think that the stuff that we talked about in our classes up until now has been coincidence? Do y'all think it was just a coincidence that we studied all of those classes? We done got our stuff to the point where we need a house because we don't have enough space for it. I was up last night, like my antennas is high. Dad's timing. I don't believe in those, never have. Come on. I don't believe in coincidences. Good job. Good job. So, since we got a few minutes, let's go to 2 Samuel. One second. I don't know if I want this up or down. Because I leave out of here and it's cold, so I come back in here and then I want to put the temperature up, and then because my house, I told you, it's a couple different temperatures right now. Why did I open my Bible out and it's already in Samuel? Come on in then. Come on in. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Now y'all get to feel how I be feeling. Because sometimes it's spooky that I be thinking about stuff and then y'all say it, do it, send it, whatever. I be feeling the same way. I always be feeling like that. When y'all be doing that kind of, it's crazy. Even when somebody will say something over here and then somebody will say something over there and y'all can't see each other's comments, but y'all say it at the exact same time, it spooks me. Just a little bit. But that's how you know. I was thinking about it yesterday. We be on one accord here, for real, for real. We be on one accord. We all the way in different countries and stuff, and we still be on one accord. Maybe today needs to be a lazy day, because we've been doing a lot for the last 3 years. We've been doing a lot. You know, we've been busy little ants moving around and doing our stuff. You know what I mean? And maybe God has given us a time of rest because we were busy while everybody else was chilling. Maybe that's why we all feel it, because it ain't like we ain't been busy. We've been busy. It may not look like it to other people, But we've been real busy because today I'm making me some ghee, whatever you call it. I said I was gonna do it the other day. I didn't have time, so I'm making me some of that today so I can have some shelf stable butter. Right? We got to be on that as well. We got butter powder, but it's okay. Ghee. It's okay to make, have a couple little what you call it, glass jar, mason jars of it. You know what I'm saying? And there's other things that you can use. I know you can use coconut oil like butter, other things like that. But just staples in our cabinets that if those things clear out of the shelves in the grocery store very quickly, you have a substitute. You can can butter as well. Okay. Good to know. It's taking you a long time to get the butter right. It be too warm in your kitchen and you need ice. You got to make sure your cream is cold. Your cream got to be cold, and then your kitchen need to be warm. I mean, your kitchen needs to not be warm when you're making butter. That bowl that you put it in really need to be cold because the fat solids can't heat up or they won't separate. And then you have to run it under cold water, keep dipping it in the ice water. I put gloves on because my fingertips can't take it. And what that does is push all of the buttermilk out because the buttermilk can make your butter go rancid. It's a process. You said use 2 bowls. Also, the bottom one needs ice. Well, I don't use 2 bowls, but you said you can also use 2 bowls. Yeah, I don't use 2 bowls, but yeah, either one of those. Either one of those. You are correct. Butter and temperature are not friends. It messes with my baking sometimes when it's not cold enough in the kitchen. The cake will fall. Yeah, baby. Listen, I know all about it. Y'all know I like food. I didn't have to throw away a lot of, but I didn't have to pay to learn and like in a class. So I'll be like, well, okay, that was $20. Back when I was learning how to make my pasta, I'm about to get back on that too. Even though I have a lot of pasta, I want to make like some more spinach. I haven't made spinach pasta in forever, but I want to make some spinach pasta because I'm thinking about if there are no fresh vegetables and things like that, at least that's some type of, green in our diet type stuff. Put some sauce on that, call it a day. Freeze it. Girl, get you some wax paper. After you do it, I put mine in the freezer. I don't leave it. All the butter I make, no. I put it in sticks. I weigh them out and everything. I weigh a real stick of butter, not a real stick of butter, but I weigh the stick of butter that come from the store, and then I go get my paper. And girl, I put it right on in the freezer. It'll last for a long time. But you got to get all of that, what's the name out of it? You have to get all of the buttermilk out and press it down with no air, right? And then, you know what, I'm happy. Did any of y'all go buy the butter bells? Anybody, did y'all go buy the butter bells for when it ain't no refrigeration and learn how to use them? Yeah. So if we do get a hold to some fresh cream or milk and we make butter, it's in your car. Okay. Anybody else get a butter bell? Y'all, I just did the viral cranberry recipe and I think I'm hooked. I would never have thought of powdered sugar on these bad babies. I wanted to do it. I was going to wait because I like cranberry. You see, I always got some cranberry juice. So I'm going to go on and try it then. If you haven't got a butter bell, you definitely need to get one. Because that's what our grandmas and stuff had back in the day with the butter. That's how they used to be able to leave butter on the counter. You change the little water every day. They got different sizes. I'm dusty already. It's okay. Right? You pack the butter in here and you put cold water in there. And this is how they used to keep the butter in the freezer. I mean, without refrigeration and without it going bad. I think it's you put a little bit of cold water and vinegar in the bottom, but you don't let it touch the butter, and it'll keep it so that you can have butter. You pack this. I think this holds like 2 or 3 sticks of butter, melted and pressed in. Not melted, but you know, room temperature, whatever. So this is a way to keep butter. Like if you do when we start going through stuff, ain't no refrigeration, you don't have to worry about your butter going bad. You get a butter bill. Yeah. So make sure you get one of these, so that way if God blesses you to make butter and there's no refrigeration, you can keep it. Yeah. And they have big ones, they have little ones, they have all different sizes. You started doing dandelion bread. Okay, pretty cool. So get you one of these, you know what I mean? Just in case, we don't know. But people survive without refrigeration for a long time. People still surviving without, hey Michael, they still surviving. And so these type things are going to come in handy. Amazon. Yeah, we bought this I think a year or 2 ago. We'll get you a butter bill. Yeah, I did. I just need to find it. It's put away. Okay, I mean, but you got it. That's the most important thing, is that you have it when you need it. Yeah. So, yeah. They got them on Amazon. I'm sure they got them Temu, everywhere else too. You gotta think, different places in China and stuff, they don't use a lot of refrigeration. In other countries, period. I'm about to try to make some of that vanilla sugar y'all talked about. I got 1 more week, and then I can take out my vanilla spent beans or whatever, and then I'm gonna try to make me some vanilla sugar. And I got a couple more beans. They said you're supposed to use them before 30 days, so I'm about to hurry up and throw them in some liquor, because I don't want them to go bad. I got about 20 beans left, so I'm gonna try to make some more vanilla, because I got them beans and I can't think of what else to do with them, so I don't want them to go bad, but I'm gonna put them in there. I'm just trying to think of all the things that we need. Thank you for the reminder. I gotta make mine now, right now. Yeah, that sparkle boots. Yep. So this is just really like a recap, but just making sure if we have to do certain things, I want y'all to be okay. I really do. I want y'all babies to be okay. If we gotta make bread, I know that there's a couple more of the bread boxes that are gonna be delivered. I keep calling them bread boxes. They're not bread. The cast iron bread pans. A couple more people, I think. Because like I said, they'll be there before the 29th. I know some of them got delivered, but I think there's like 2 or 3 more. And then the buckets should be getting delivered, or some of them should have got delivered the other day. And so that stuff is all out or whatever. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Y'all all right? No. You're fine. Y'all are fine. I just want to, let people know, because I know people's like, oh, no, they taking forever to get delivered, and I don't know why. Let's show that, because there might be some people that don't know they need to get one of those. But if there's no oven, how do you make bread? You can have all the stuff, but they have these on Amazon and other places. I just get everything from Amazon. Let's talk about this. Ooh. These are going to be the pots you need. Those little cute pots that everybody got, that stuff ain't going to be working. You're going to need stuff like this. Ooh. Okay. Here you go. I was thinking that too, that because, okay, cast iron lid, right? So you can sit this down on your wood burning stove, just right on the top of it. You know, after you let your bread rise or whatever, put your dough in here, boom, grease it, you know, flour it a little bit. It's gonna cook evenly because this is the top of your oven, right? Even if you had to hang it over an open fire, it can hang and you can still make bread. You can even use it as a casserole thing if you have to, but it is specifically for like a 8-inch or 10-inch loaf of bread, right? If you gotta make bread, and we got bread and soup every day, as long as you got the stuff to make your bread, you know, you can sit this down on your wood burning stove and it will do what it's supposed to do, right? So there's one thing. And they got on Amazon, you can get 2 of them for $40. Well, they had it. I don't know if it's still on sale, but you could get 2 for like $41 and some change. So you could be making 2 loaves of bread. And at that time, you're only going to be making what you need for the day. So if you have a larger family, I would suggest you get 2 of them. Excuse me, that way you can be making 2, because both of them can fit on your little thing. You know what I'm saying? And then if you got depending on the wood burning stove that you have, I know the one I got, it got a place for you to move at the top. Like you can open the bottom and you can open the top, and you can barbecue up there or cook your steak or whatever. Got the little racks, but you can also sit your pot down on there, right? So I could have, if I had a big family, I could have 2 of these in the back sitting there baking bread, and then over that little hole on the top, I could be boiling water, making a casserole, because you can make a pot pie in here too. You make your dough, put it in the bottom, fill it up with your stuff, or you just, you know, like a shepherd's pie, whatever you're going to make, because again, it's got a cast iron lid, so it's going to cook on the top too. And if you have to, you can even put coals on the top of here to act as like the broiler part of the top. But you don't need to, because it's all going to heat up. But if you have to, you can. You can also take this, make some dough, put it around the side, and drop this down in a hole, like with a fire under it, and cook in the ground too. You see what I'm saying? This kind of stuff is going to work. Those cute little pots they selling, that ain't about to do nothing. I was thinking that too, because there's, oh, I got mine, thank you. What is the difference between lard and butter? One is fat. I mean, they're both fat, but one is made from milk and one is made from the fat of kids, but you can still use them both. It's just a cast iron bread pan. I put them on, they on the Amazon list. I put them in there just in case. It's some other stuff I added to there too, but I don't know if they letting y'all see the survival list or not. So you might, it'll either be in the survival list or disaster preparedness list on my Amazon store, or the devotionals one, because I didn't have to start putting it in different lists because they playing. Yeah. So, ooh, those type things are gonna come in handy, because all this cute stuff they selling us, this electronic stuff, it ain't gonna come in handy. We need to go back to getting the stuff like when they lived on Little House on the Prairie, the stuff that was gonna last, hold up, conduct heat well, and things like that. You've been looking for my list. It's on. Just type in CERCA TROVA disaster preparedness Amazon. It'll come up, unless they hiding it. But that's all you gotta do. You're welcome. Amazon, and it'll take you right over there. And it's water straws. You gotta look through, because when we first started this, I had to add a lot, because they was selling stuff out in minutes over here, like seconds, like 5 minutes later we go back and it's all sold out. You said, I love learning from you. I can't cook or no way domesticated. Oh, Lord, Hazel. Well, we got to change that. Because what you going to do, babe, when all the stores and stuff go away? We got to do what we got to do around here. Listen, I love you. I'm going to get you up to speed. Don't even worry about it. TT got you. Because, honey, you got to think about it. A lot of people don't know how to make bread. Something so simple. Pasta. Right? I ain't about to do that. I'm going to go make it. You said, I know, that's why I'm looking at you. Oh, well, listen, this is the thing. I want y'all to be okay. I don't want nobody to be hungry. I don't want nobody to be cold. And God is warning us what we need to do so that we can be okay. But you have to take heed and you have to get up and move now. This is time-sensitive information. I talk about that all the time about people just know that they always got time. No, you don't. No, you don't. You actually don't. You actually do not. You do not know. And as y'all can see, our government is trying to keep us calm, but we could possibly be in danger or just getting ready to experience something we never have. Most people, when disasters and stuff happen, they not prepared for it at all. Now, it ain't nothing you can do if a thing drop on your house, but if your neighborhood is not affected, then you want to be able, when the chaos starts, to stay in your home and have everything you need. So you ain't got to be trying to be pushing in the store, standing in no cold lines, because it's about to get cold. It already is cold in a lot of places. You don't know that there'll be gas to travel to the store or whatever else it is. So then the best thing to do is not waste your money right now. They are telling you that our economy is getting ready to crash. Everything is going to be more expensive. So before it gets there, okay, before it gets there, do you understand? You need to have what you need. Like I said, if you get stamps, you got kids, and if you can find it cheaper, that's fine. But on Amazon, they have a bag of powdered milk. It's $50. It makes 10 gallons of milk. 10. That's a lot of milk. But you could also use that powdered milk to make soup. The soup base for all your soups. It's a number of things that you can do with that. Some bread recipes call for milk. So you can add some water to that, and now you got milk to make whatever bread calls for milk. You know what I'm saying? If you need to make a pot pie, that's the cream base for it. Right? Cornbread. Say you got to make homemade cornbread from cornmeal, oil, blase skip, and you need some milk. Powdered milk is going to be what you need for that. Because you could just pour all the dry ingredients in, put your water in, and you're good. You got powdered eggs, you got powdered milk. You're going to need some oil, but we got powdered butter. So there you go. Cornmeal, boom. Salt, pour you some water in there, you good. You see what I mean? We even got powdered heavy whipping cream. They got that too. These things are going to be very, 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 very important, family. And I know y'all tired of me saying it, but I know y'all see that every single thing is needed. I'm proud of all of you that have got your dehydrators, or if you can, however you are trying to store food for long-term storage without refrigeration. I am proud of you. If you're learning how to, whatever it is that you are doing, if you're putting yourself on a budget so that you can feed your family when things are not as good as they are right now, and they're not even good right now. I applaud you. Not only that, you are putting your faith into action. People are like, oh, you ain't got no faith. No, I have faith in what God said was going to happen. And if you believe the Bible, he said that there was going to be famine. I don't want to have to take the mark to eat. I don't. I do not want to have to take the mark of the beast to eat. So what I need to do is make sure that I can at least try to prepare for 6 months, a year and a half. If we just eating one meal a day and these type things, we have reusable pads for our daughters. All of these different things are going to be very, very important. Canada is threatening to turn out the power on, what was it, 1.5 million people? No internet, no electricity. How you going to charge your phone? 1.5 million people, that's a lot. 3 years ago, we was talking about, oh, they ain't going to do that. They, whatever. Okay, now it's on the news, worldwide news. Who makes our transistors that everybody used to sit on as a kid? Where do those parts come from? The electricity boxes, the green boxes, the tan boxes that everybody sit on. Where all that? We got anybody that do electricity in here? Where do all those pieces come from? They come from China? So if this trade war goes on, you said I saw Canada's electricity connection spread throughout the gap. That's crazy. Or infrastructure in another's hand. Our infrastructure. Okay. That part we go. So when you think about, I know you're led by the Spirit. I've been prepping for over 5 years, and I know you are preparing everyone. Yeah, me too. Me too. I've been prepared for a long time, and nobody listened to me back then either. And I'm not saying, oh, you need to listen to me, but I see God's word fulfilling itself, and it's mind blowing every day. It's mind blowing every day. You said they come from China and Japan. Interesting. Anyway, let's do this. We just gonna read. Come on. Uh-oh. Close this door. As much as I don't like to repeat myself, for sure, in every class that we've had, I said, please get your stuff. So that's about 12 or 1,300 times that you done heard me say, please get your stuff before you can't get it. I know it's more than that because I say it several times in each class. But for sure, for at least 1,200 to 1,300 times, you have heard, or it's been recorded, me saying, please get your stuff. These things are coming. They're coming. And we got to be prepared. All right. 2 Samuel 8. I'm in the NIV version. Please. Y'all over there? Y'all ready? Okay. It says, in the course of time, David defeated the Philistines. Who are the Philistines? 8. 2 Samuel 8. Who are the Philistines? Who are they today? Yeah, but who are they today? Palestine, the Palestinians, right? Okay. And subdued them, and he took Metheg Ammah from the control of the Philistines. So this was a city or an area, and David conquered it. Okay? David also defeated the Moabites. So, I'll do it later. He made them lie down on the ground and measured them off with a length of cord. Every 2 lengths of them were put to death, and the third length was allowed to live. So the Moabites became subject to David and brought him tribute. Now, do we know that the Philistines and the Moabites were giants? You hit it on the nail. The Moabites and the Philistines were races of giants, right? Hey. Do you think it was weird that he laid them down and measured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however long? Y'all die, y'all can live. Why would he lay them down? Why wouldn't he have them standing up? Could that have been a humbling experience for them because they were so used to towering over all men? They always measuring their heights. God's right. A number of reasons. But think about this. If they were giants, to make them lay down in the presence of a human man or a man that's not that big, you said it's easier to slay laying down. Right, but I'm saying, when but think about it. He laid them down to choose who he was going to kill. I was going to say easier to measure laying down versus standing. Right. Because they were so powerful, they were so big, they were so tall, they were so strong. But here's this person that comes and lays all of y'all down in a row. And every third section of them got to live, but the other 2 parts did not. Now, could he have slain all of them? Could he have unalived everybody? You said he made them feel the way others made them feel. They made others feel. Interesting. Okay. So could it be a thing that God didn't let them die because their remnants needed to be alive today to complete the Bible? He needs an opponent. And for the Bible to be completely true, there had to be Palestinians or Philistines that were still alive so that they could be fighting against each other now. I'm sorry, family, I had to walk away. We in 2 Samuel 8 to fulfill the prophecy. And if God slayed all of the people that Israel went up against always and unalived all of them, right, there would be nobody to come back and chastise them, to put them back in their place and run them back to God. Because he could have easily done it, right? He could have, anybody that opposed Israel, he could have slayed them and that would have been it. Because he already said that there's people that nobody will even remember their bloodlines. Because he had unalived everything in it. But he just so happened to leave the enemies of Israel. He would leave remnants of them. He knew that they was going to grow whole civilizations after that or go off and be in another place. But that seed was still in their heart for the aggression against Israel. Because thousands of years later, the battles are still being fought between those 2 brothers. No? Or 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, all their nations are fighting against each other. Are they not? so that you can see that there's nothing new under the sun. The same wars that were happening back then are happening now. Now, I was thinking about this a little bit. If you think about Game of Thrones, when the Seven Kings were fighting, do y'all realize that it was like that was their version of Armageddon? Because the whole world was at war, was it not? The 7 continents had to figure out who they was going to click up with. Yes or no? The 7 kingdoms. But that's how many kings there was on the earth at that time. So if 4 are against 3, is that not a world war? That's a world war. If 4 continents right now, if they make these 10 kingdoms or 7 kingdoms, whatever it is, no, the 10 kingdoms, they make the 10 kingdoms, right? What the heck, girl? Oh, you're welcome, Pumpkin. My dad, girl, be helping me. Take a picture of this, please. Because it's going to be very important shortly. Hey, Steph. To those of you that don't have this book, the 10 kingdoms that's mentioned in the Revelations, it's going to be a leader of each kingdom, right? But it won't be like Canada is their own country, America is their own country. It's going to be the landmass. Okay? It's going to be the actual landmass, right? So, if this half of the world and them, we'll say these 3 kingdoms, go against these 3 kingdoms, right? Then that's a world war, is it not? It is. It's the same thing that was going on in Game of Thrones. It was the 7 kingdoms or the 7 continents going against each other. And they had to sail over to here and say, are you going to be, don't let them cross your line, don't let them do this, don't let them do that. But these are all of the children of everybody that got off the boat when Noah got off the boat, right or wrong. We all the descendants of one of the sons of Noah. And this is when the earth was broken up into the 7 pieces after Pangea, after the flood. Right? Right. The spirit that was in the forefathers is in the forefathers now. No? That's what a generational curse is and all of that. Right? Okay? Here we go. So, we know that Palestine was involved in this war. That's what I got up to get. Ooh. Get our handy dandy old Bible out of here. All right, let's go back to our list of maps. Boom, turn right to it, Judea. Okay. This be so exciting to me sometimes. Okay. Here we go. Now. That. So can y'all both see this? Can y'all see it? So here's Moab right here. Okay? Here's the land of the Philistines right here. So this right by the water. We at the Mediterranean Sea. Here's Moab right here. Y'all see it? So Moab is right here. And this is the land of the Philistines right on the water, or Palestine. Okay? Y'all getting me? So Moab is here. Philistines is here. Okay? I don't want to lay this on the ground. Ooh. Stay. Stay. Okay, here we go. So David also defeated the Moabites. So he went all the way to the coast and defeated the Philistines or the Palestinians. And then he came back away from the coast and went down south of them or wherever they was at, east or west, wherever, and he conquered the Moabites. So can y'all Google where is the modern day Moabite land and tell me where that is right now? Biblical Moab, the land of biblical Moab. Could y'all tell me where that is on our map right now? Like what place that is? What is it called now? Hey, Pumpkin. It's Jordan. Is there anything happening in Jordan right now? And is there anything happening in Palestine right now that has anything to do with the Israelites? Well, I'm happy because it put a smile on my face too, girl, and I can put it on with my I love my locks earrings. I never wore these. Or maybe I wore them once. But I don't think I have. I think I put them out of pack and put them in that thing. So I've been waiting to wear these since I started my locks. I probably had these almost 7 years. And I never felt like I was ready, and I wore them today. It's the Kingdom of Jordan. Yeah. Raw is happening in the Kingdom of Jordan right now. And in the Kingdom of the Palestines. And who are they fighting against? Israel? So what was happening in 2 Samuel chapter 8, however many thousands of years ago, is literally happening today in 2024 right now. That's what you're telling me. That's what you said? Okay. Okay. Here we go. It says, so the Moabites became subject to David and brought him tribute. Moreover, David defeated Hadadezar, son of Rehob. Can you please go look up Hadadezar or Hadadezar? It's Hadadezzer. Can you go look him up and tell me what they say about him? What do he look like? I'll be right back, y'all. Let me go check my pot. Hold on. Go look up some information about old boy, where he lives, who his people was. All right, what y'all come up with? What y'all got? It means mighty is the help, powerful and secure. Secure. What we got? He was a giant. Interesting. Interesting. Did y'all look at a king of Aram of Damascus? Is there anything going on in Damascus right now? Anything going on in Damascus? Yes. Interesting. Okay. It says, King of Zobah, when he went to restore his monument at the Euphrates River. Interesting. David captured 1,000 of his chariots, 7,000 charioteers, and 20,000 foot soldiers. David captured 27,000 soldiers. $27,000. How many people fit in a football stadium? Or a concert arena? At least 50,000. Roughly between 20 and 50, 40,000 in a football stadium. Between 20 and 50,000 people can fit in an arena. Mind you, these are giants. People that are larger than us. They're not just regular sized humans. It was 27,000 giants. Now, maybe not all of their men were giants, but I'm sure most of them were. Because we know for a fact that all of the Philistines were giants. We know that the Moabites were giants as well. So how in the heck did he get 50,000, 20,000, 27,000 giants to lay down and allow themselves to be unalived? How do you do that? $27,000. Not 27,000 regular sized people, 27,000 giants with God knows what kind of abilities. You said he was a lead giant or fallen angel. This gentleman was? Interesting. Hadadazar was a lead giant or fallen angel. Interesting. Is that what you're saying? Interesting. Okay. It says, he hamstrung all but 100 of the chariot horses. Interesting. What is hamstrung? Is that where you cut the hamstrings of the horse so they can't run? What is hamstrung? Where you going, nigga? Nowhere. Could you imagine? Not only be right back, y'all. What's 1/3 of 27,000? What's 1/3 of 27,000? Hey Siri, set an alarm for 10 minutes. So roughly 9,000. So he basically let about 9,000 people live. And the rest of the 27,000 people he slayed. Not only did he slay them, he took all their horses and cut their hamstrings. Does this not seem like a brutal thing to be doing? Very barbaric. Could you imagine seeing 19,000 people dead, piled up in a valley? $18,000, 19,000 people. Don't forget the horses. What you think it smelled like over there? Have you ever smelled blood before? Like a large quantity of it? Like if somebody gutting a pig or something? How much blood do you think? Because these were not normal sized people. The stench, you'll never forget the smell. Come on. Okay, let me ask you a question. After seeing a battle like that, now if you think about it, the battles that we see on like Game of Thrones and all of those old movies where they all running down in there and people are slicing people and all of that, you realize this is where this is this. Okay? What do you think David's mind was like after that? What would your mind be like after seeing 18,000 people that you just seen running and yelling and cussing, and everybody is laid dead? You think it was smoke and all of that stuff? What do you think that valley looked like in 3 days? You think there were swarms and swarms of flies, over 18 or 19,000 dead bodies and dead horses? How you sleep after that? After seeing that many people's eyes fixed, never to move again. And he didn't only fight one battle. We'll say all the men were 6 foot tall. We know the body has how many quarts of blood in it? The average body has how many quarts of blood? Some of y'all should have this written down. 9. Y'all know y'all can. We looked it up. 5 pints of blood. It's 5 pints. 5 pints, 9 quarts. Which one is it? Or is that equal to, I don't know, pints and quarts? Don't make me lie. Five to 6 pints, 6 quarts, 9 pints. Okay. So could we do 6? Okay, let's just do 6 quarts. 6 quarts times 19,000. How much blood is that? Because it's leaking out. All of it is coming out. Because they chopping folks with double-edged swords. After you find out what 19,000 times 6 quarts is, then tell me how many gallons of blood that is. It's 114,000 quarts. Okay, how many gallons is that? So 114,000 quarts is how many gallons of blood? $28,000 gallons. Between 28 and 38,000 gallons. Are y'all saying 28,000 to 38,000 gallons? I was getting ready to say, what, how many gallons go in an Olympic-sized pool? It's about 5 quarts to a gallon. Okay. And then how many go in a regular house-size pool? I'll be right back, y'all. I don't want my pot to burn. 660,000 gallons in an Olympic size. Interesting. 18,000 to 20,000 in a regular size pool. Okay. So you can fill up in a regular sized pool with the amount of blood that was shed when this war was being fought. Could you imagine 12 feet of blood? I be wanting y'all, when we read stuff like this, you're like, why are you worried about it? Because I don't think we really understand the magnitude of the battles that they had to fight. I don't think we really understand what having a strong mind is after going through something like that, and then God asking you to go through it again and again and again and again. Would you have 7 times going through seeing something like that in you? 18,000 bodies piled up on top of each other like we see how the folks did to the buffaloes. Imagine that picture that we've seen with all them buffaloes stacked all the way up to the top of them. People climbed up those dead buffaloes and stood on the top of them. Could you imagine seeing that and being okay? How strong would your mind have to be for God to ask you, okay, I know you did that over there, and I know you did over there. Now I need you to go down here to Sudan or go across the water, and I need you to do it all over again. Now do you understand why when David said, I want to build a house for you, he said, no, there's too much blood on your hands. Y'all remember this conversation we just had? When God told David, he said, oh no, you can't build no house for me. It's too much blood on your hands. Now you understand why he was saying what he was saying. Because if there was 28 to 38,000 gallons of blood just in this war. Now, mind you, God is the one that told him go over and avenge, blah, 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 blah. But still, we talk about having blood on your hands, but they literally had blood on their boots. Other people's blood in their eyes, blood in their ear, blood in their hair, blood on their clothes, probably blood in their mouth. So when we talk about fighting battle, I'm fighting a battle. Baby, they was fighting spiritual battles and physical battles. We said, I'm fighting for my life. Baby, you ain't fighting for nothing. Think about that. There were giant beings running around. God knows what other kind of beings. Then on top of that, demons was really running rampant then. And you had to worry about somebody coming up behind you. Running at you. You ain't fighting no battles with nobody running at you with this. You gonna believe God if you ain't got nothing in your hands and you see somebody 4 feet taller than you, and y'all didn't see the one they got in the museum. Go look at the one at the double-edged sword they got in the museum that's taller than the people. The people this big, this thing tall, almost taller than my ceiling. You mean you gonna believe God if it's a big 30-foot, 40-foot nigga running towards you and his double-edged sword is 3 times taller than you? Will you believe God? You gonna believe God that if they all got him, The wars that the Israelites had to fight was crazy. And we can't even get along or fight the little battles we got. We ain't got no people running at us with nothing like this. God gonna fight my battles. Yeah, but they had real ones. Most of the battles that we be trying to fight, we created for ourselves. Let me ask you a question. When you go and you read the Bible and it talks about how they slain 100,000 in that day, or God allowed them to kill 45,000 people in a day, do you actually try to take your mind there to understand what that means? That's why I watch stuff like Game of Thrones, because it's barbaric to watch the blood fly. But do y'all realize that this is getting ready to happen again? Y'all wonder why I asked God to help me prepare to see piled up bodies? Because this, what we are reading, and how gory and barbaric it seems, is getting ready to play out all over the world again. People that follow the Creator are really going to be fighting for their life. So acting like you don't want to believe it, acting like, oh, I just know God gonna take care of me and this and that, when he already said some of you are going to be killed. Some of you are going to be taken prisoner. Why don't you believe that? He said 1/3 of the population is going to die at one time. We already did the numbers on the bodies and how much blood that would be. Have y'all watched the videos about the people in Syria and different places when they're bombed? The chaos that be going on. I be trying to figure out why people think this ain't serious and it's not going to be like that. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Horrific. When you're reading about these wars, I want you to think about that. How much blood is being spilled. Not terrorize yourself, but try to put your mind and understand what 18,000 dead bodies laying across the field look like. What horses with neighing because they trying to drag themselves because their hamstrings have been cut. They did that to the people too. So you can't run and tell your boss nothing, we on our way. You can't come, they getting them. Hey, I ain't even got to do nothing like this, because if I hit you here and at your hamstring, you're not going anywhere anyway. We ain't never seen no stuff like that. But I believe in my heart that God allows us to have it here. And if we search the right way, it will help us understand what we about to see. Also, to know who, what, when, where, and why is still playing out 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years later. We're going to go through this, but I'm going to go eat and lay down for a minute. But going through here and seeing that a lot of these people, one, they had to fight with giants, but two, that those lands are still in turmoil, it should make you think about when the Bible says when a spirit is cast out, it goes roaming through the earth and then it come back to the house. Well, if you think about it, that's home for those evil spirits. They were born in Jordan. They were born in anti-Lebanon. They were born. This is where these giants in Canaan and Iraq and and all of that. This is their stomping ground. So they might leave out and go somewhere else, but when they come back, they inhabiting somebody in that place. Let me ask you a question. And in Turkey, what is a dibik? Tell me what a dibik is. D-Y, I believe is B-B-U-K. Not a dibik box, a dibik. A malevolent spirit. And what does that malevolent spirit do? A disembodied human spirit. A wandering spirit that possesses. Interesting. What did God say happened to the spirits of the giants? A malicious, possessing spirit that dislocates the soul of a dead person. Interesting. The spirits of the beings that was fighting these wars against David and Abraham, they are disembodied spirits that are bound to the earth. And a dibik is a disembodied spirit. What is a jinn? You can either spell it D-J-I-N-N or J-I-N-N. What is a jinn? It wanders until it finds a body of a living person. Interesting. The same thing. Now, I want y'all to look up this name and I'm about to go. I want y'all to do some research on this. See what you can find, please. Jindibu or Gindibu. G-I-N-D-I-B-U. G-I-N-D-I-B-U. Jindibu. Now, think about a jinn and think about a dibik when you are researching this person. Look at the pictures, images, if they got any articles about them. Can you look it up for me? And I'm going to go eat me some apple pie and take a nap because I'm tired. I'll try to come back. Hopefully we can turn up this evening. I think I might have me some eggnog with a little cream on top. I like that together. Okay? Do. A Kedarite Arab king. Right. I don't want you to tell me. I want you to go do some research on them. I love y'all too. Okay? You can look up stories about Dibiks. You can look up stories about Jinn. And then look up story, the Gindibu guy. Or Jindibu. Look him up. Okay? Definitely look at the pictures. Very interesting. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Until I was gifted a Walmart gift card and found a wood stove for $27 on sale from $116. Won't he do it? He said he will. You lying to me. You see that? Baby, that's a sale I like to hear about. It was $116 and you got it for $27. Sounds like my dad is in the business of blessing and letting the stuff get down when you get to check out. Congratulations. You said, yes, I've been waiting and waiting. God knew. Yes, I do. But I'm about to go, y'all, while my pie is hot. He do. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to go take me a nap because I'm tired. I really am. That's why I got all that energy running around. I'm sleepy. I'm going to go get in my bed and lay down and then we'll finish class later. Love y'all. You're welcome. See y'all in a minute.